I want to show you today how to make a simple and a very affordable practice contact staff. Hey, what's happening? Jeremiah here. I want to start sharing contact type tricks. But the key thing is that learning with clubs in many cases is not really a very good way to go. There are many tricks that are very club specific. And so that's its own deal, but something like a conveyor belt or a halo roll is based on contact staff or baton style contact tricks. And so it's really useful to learn these tricks with something that's a little more appropriate, like a contact staff or a longer baton. I learned those early on, and it's what gave me the foundations to be able to work on tricks like this effectively. It's really about having the tools that you need to be able to make the learning process as simple as possible, so that when you pull out a club to try and learn the thing, you're not starting from ground zero with literally one of the most difficult props to learn the trick with. This thing is made out of a wooden dowel. I've got some simple grip tape on here, and I actually reused an old yoga mat for the mass at the ends, and just some marking tape. Real simple, super affordable, didn't take very long to make. I'm gonna show you that process right now. Let's do it. I'm gonna jump on the wheel and do a quick run to the hardware store. Let's go. This'll do. All right, I'm gonna go with the 7/8 inch thick. Just need, find some straight ones, perfect. And a little wonky, super bent, perfect. And let's find a little tape. There's some tape, but that's not quite what we're looking for. This is more like it. What do we got? Gator grip tape. Something for the grip on a tool. This is really what we're looking for. Usually I find the kind of tape I want at a place like Big Five, does fitness stuff, workout and sports store. But I'm gonna try this repair tape, which says it's self-bonding silicone wrap. We'll give that a shot. All right, so we got the parts together. Let's take a look at what we got here. Various forms of tape, but we really only need something like Gorilla Tape or duct tape to secure the mass in place. And then we've got some form of grip tape as well. Here's gaffer's tape. This is the one I bought at the hardware store, some silicone wrap. This is some cloth athletic tape that I got from Big Five. I don't really have enough of that lying around. And then this one's just some decorative tape that will be for finishing touches. And we've got some cutters, got my Leatherman, some scissors. I'd grab box cutters, but they're down in the van. And then for mass, I've got an old yoga mat. That's gonna be a great option. It's a little softer. Bike tube that's old and used. Great way to go. I even grabbed some old random carpet. I'm probably not gonna use it, but I just wanted to point out that we're using parts that we got lying around. And then of course, a couple wood dowels. I've got two different lengths here that I grabbed from the hardware store. Let's get started. This will only take a few minutes. So let's start with the yoga mat. And I think I'm gonna make the bigger one with the yoga mat. So we'll set that guy aside for a moment. And really, I want it to be just a few inches wide. Don't really even need to measure it. See how these janky old scissors do. I want it to be about as long as my finger, so got the first one. Perfect. Can't even remember where I got this old yoga mat. Probably a free pile. It's definitely dirty. Covered in somebody's old sweat. Gross. And then I'm gonna just give it a quick wrap to see how much I want. what feels right. Yeah, something like that's good. So I finish it right around where I start it so that it's going to be about the same thickness all the way around. I'm just going to mark that real quick. And then I'll just use this one to measure the second piece. Now that we've got our yoga mat wrap, I'm going to have the cleaner side facing out. I've got one edge that's straighter, so I want that edge on the outside just for appearances. And this is just to hold it in place. Now when I position this, I want it to be out just a little bit, sticking out from the dowel a little. You can see that. That way, if it hits something, it's going to hit the yoga mat, and it's not going to be the wood dowel that is hitting whatever may be in the path. And wrap it nice and even. Good and tight. And I'm going to decorate these a little bit, so I'm just going to put enough tape on here to hold it. Tape like this loves sticking to itself, so make sure it goes around far enough at least that it sticks to itself where you started. Cool, and that's my first end. Rinse and repeat. See how far in that was? Way more tape than I needed. Yoga mat is great for this because it's nice and spongy. It's got a decent amount of weight to it, and they're so easy to find. You can get them at free piles all over the place. You can often get them at like a thrift store, or you can buy them for cheap at like Ross. For like 10 bucks, you can get a whole yoga mat. You can make so many practice props with one yoga mat. It's crazy. It's actually a little more than I wanted on here. It's overlapping just a little bit, so ideally I would have taken a little off, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Cool. Good enough. All right. For the wrap, I really want to try out this silicone wrap, which seems like it'll be a nice grippy surface. It's got its adhesive side. I'll give it a shot. But another great way to go, gaff tapes, always a winner. I mean, in a pinch, I suppose you could use the Gorilla Tape. Some people like to wrap bike tube around. I kind of find it heavy and a little unnecessary. Cloth tape is great. You know, you really could even go without if you are in a time crunch, but it is a little slippery. So I really just need the wrap to be part way up. I don't need it to like fill the entire staff. So I'm gonna figure out where the center is. Gonna mark that and figure out, let's see, how far out do I want it to go? I'm gonna have it go about that far on each side, so I'll mark that. On this end, this is a highly scientific approach here. Then mark it on this side. Cool. Now I want to wrap further than is necessary, and then I'll cap it with a little extra piece of tape to hold the grip tape in place. This stuff might be a little hard to work with now that I'm starting to do so. Interesting. Oh yeah, it's not actually sticky. It's probably going to stick to itself, I hope. to wrap around and overlap with itself enough. Where's my, oh yeah, it sticks to itself real good. Okay, that's cool. Now, as you can see, when wrapping, I pull it just tight enough that it overlaps a little and doesn't get slack. I like to use my one hand as a guiding hand and the other one just rolls the staff in my hand. Now I really don't need a super long staff. The reason I made these is because they're a little more portable, and I'm really just using it as a training stick because ultimately I want to be able to translate these skills to clubs. And you don't need a full-length staff. You don't need to be super into contact staff to be able to take advantage of the staff as a training tool for your juggling. That's really the end goal here. It's really important not to pull this stuff too tight. Tight enough that it sucks up to the staff, but if you pull it too tight, then it's kind of compromised and ends up stretching out a lot. Hopefully you can see it's just a little overlapped. Ooh. Now I want to secure the ends, which I'm just going to use some Gorilla Tape for. Using the old hand method here. Just to make sure it's about the same length. Go up a little further than that. Yeah, close enough. One thing to remember about all this is that the center of the staff is going to be wherever the center of mass of the staff is. So it doesn't actually have to be like super perfect, because ultimately you're just going to mark where the center of mass is. If that's not exactly the center of the length of the staff, it really isn't going to matter that much. We're going for quick and efficient here. Cool, nice. Great, we got ourselves a little staff. Be nice to add a little decor. I happen to have some fancy wrap. Just gonna use this to secure my ends. Yeah. I'm tempted to put this at the middle, but it's a little slippery compared to the silicone, and I really want that tack in the middle. So I'll probably go get a different color grip tape or something to mark the center. All right, so I added a few finishing touches. I had some marking tape lying around so that I can mark the two ends different colors, since I'm using this for instructional purposes. And then I also marked the center because it's always nice to know where that is. So let's go give this thing a try. All right, nice length. Makes those conveyor belts nice and easy. There's that halo. Ooh, across the chest. Oh yeah, this feels great. It's nice and lightweight. Feel like I can throw it on the ground. It's not going to destroy the floor. This is a great little contact staff. Perfect for learning and training the basics so that we can eventually translate that stuff to clubs. Yeah, it just makes it so much slower and easier to learn. Hey, I hope you find this useful, and I hope you make yourself a little contact staff to start training with. It doesn't have to be this big. You could make a smaller one if you want something that's going to fit into your life a little more, or you can make a larger one if you really want to get into some staff spinning. The key thing, once again, is having the tools that are going to help make learning difficult stuff easier so you can learn it faster, because none of us want to waste our time. If you want to support the creation of this kind of content, check out the Patreon, Juggling with Jeremiah, and that really helps support this channel and helps make it possible for me to make more videos like this free to people all around the world and help spread the juggling and flow arts. Thanks so much for being here. Jeremiah out.